Immigration is back front and center this morning as President Trump said at the White House on Saturday that family separation at the border may continue, claiming it deters migration. That policy is just part of the administration's aggressive approach to immigration. Last year, the Chief Justice of the California Supreme Court accused federal immigration and customs enforcement agents of stalking undocumented immigrants at the state's courthouses in order to arrest them. That drew a sharp response from Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who said sanctuary laws protecting those immigrants have forced ICE to make some of its arrests in public spaces. In our Sunday Spotlight, NBC's Stephanie Gosk brings us a snapshot of the heated immigration debate.
Last July, Maria, whose full name we are not using, went to a Charlotte, North Carolina courthouse to testify against her fiancé. She says he did this to her 16-year-old son. But instead of finding justice, she and her son were handcuffed and arrested by immigration officers. Maria had gone to police herself to report the alleged assault, even though she knew she was in the country illegally on an expired visa. Her fiancé used that against her.
He threatened you.
She says her fiancé told her if she did anything, he would get her thrown in jail or deported. After she reported her fiancé, he turned around and accused her of crimes, both theft and abuse. And that's why ICE says she was arrested.
ICE coming in and arresting Maria and her 16-year-old son puts a lot of fear in a lot of people's heart.
Maria's immigration attorney says her other clients, many victims of domestic abuse, worry they will be arrested in court too.
Our message is scarier now. I have to actively inform clients. I cannot guarantee that you will be safe.
It's not okay. You guys are not supposed to do that.
In a Denver courthouse last year, ICE officers dressed in plain clothes took down an undocumented immigrant.
He has pending court cases.
Officials here say since President Trump took office, there are more arrests in courthouses than ever before. City Attorney Kristen Bronson wants it to stop.
Enforcement actions in our courthouses is a bad idea, it's a bad policy, and it's having a terrible impact.
Criminals in her city, she says, are going unpunished because victims and witnesses who are undocumented are afraid of getting arrested when they come to court.
We have 30 reliable reports of domestic violence victims backing out of their cases because they're afraid they're going to get deported.
When you dismiss the charges, practically speaking, what does that mean?
It means that abusers are going without consequences. It means that abusers are beginning to feel that they are immune from prosecution.
And Denver is not alone. Top justices, legislators, and law enforcement in multiple states have publicly criticized immigration arrests in courthouses, some writing to the administration directly. But ICE says courthouse arrests will continue.
We are there targeting individuals who we know are here in the country illegally, have been charged or committed or convicted of a criminal violation.
Matthew Allbench, the deputy head of ICE, says the agency has been making arrests in courthouses for years, just like other law enforcement agencies.
If there are those that want to sensationalize that and put it up in the media and make a big story about it, that we have changed our processes.
There has been an increase in the number of arrests at courthouses without sensationalizing it, hasn't there?
There has been, because these local jurisdictions refuse to cooperate with us.
Charlotte, North Carolina is not one of those jurisdictions, but Maria and her son now face deportation.
Do you think about the fact that if you hadn't told the police, none of this would have happened?
I think it may have been worse, Maria says. When someone is living with abuse, they need to speak up and seek help. The fear now is that they no longer are. For Sunday Today, Stephanie Gosk, NBC News, Charlotte, North Carolina.